Hello, welcome to tutorial number 12. So, the thing is that if-else statements are fantastic when we want our program to have a few different possible routes to go down based on user input. But, what if we wanted something like 5, 10, even 20 different routes for our program to go down? Wouldn't it be a pain, a bit cumbersome to write out all those else-if statements? Well, that's why we have switch structures. Think of them as a menu feature. I'm going to show you guys how this works by creating a program that allows the user to choose which pasta they'd like from a makeshift C++ menu. Alright, so let's get going on it. Alright, so before anything else, I'm going to go ahead and show you what a really basic switch structure looks like. What we're going to have is the word switch and some parentheses, and then make sure you've got two squiggly brackets going, and this is where everything important is going to go. With the switch statement, I mentioned that we could do something like a menu feature. So what you're going to do is write case, and then, for example, 1, put a colon there, and then based on case number 1, underneath that, we're going to put our code. So, cout case 1. Alright, and then if you wanted to put some more stuff down there, you could. If you wanted to ask him a question and get some input, you could. But we don't really need to do anything of that for this first example, so I'm going to skip to the next thing you need, which is break semicolon. Okay? And then you would move on to case 2 colon. But back to break, this is really important. A break statement causes an immediate exit from the whole switch structure. Okay, so once it hits break, it's going to bounce completely out of here and go on to whatever's next in the code. Okay, so we could have case 2, and then cout, yada yada yada, and then our break statement. We would have case 3, yada yada yada, break statement. What happens if they type in something that's not 1, 2, or 3? Well, we're always going to have what we call the default part, and I'll say invalid response, so you guys get the gist right there. Okay guys, so this is the basic skeleton, I would call it, of a switch structure. I'm gonna go ahead and start coding this whole pasta menu thing that I've been talking about. I'm gonna speed it up just because it's pretty self-explanatory and I don't want to bore you guys. Alright, so here goes. Alright, I finished. So guys, I'm just going to show you what I did, walk you through the program, and make sure you totally understand what's going on. Okay guys, so if you look right here, I say please choose from the menu which pasta you would like. Then I've got them all listed out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to I notice I want to put an end all right there just to make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, so we've got the menu, we've got us asking for them to choose, and then they're going to choose their pasta choice, and we come down here to switch, and we put pasta choice in parentheses with the switch. Switch is, of course, a function, so it's going to evaluate the pasta choice, and on a case-by-case basis, it's going to tell you which pasta you chose. And if you don't pick a number that's 1 through 5, it'll come down here to the default option and put cout invalid pasta option. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and run this program and make sure everything's working correctly. Alright, please choose from the menu which pasta you would like. I am really in the mood for some girandoli today. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know what that is. I just googled it. Okay guys, and it says you chose the girandole. Awesome. It looks like it's working pretty well for me. So I'm just gonna make sure my default's working. All right. I don't like pasta, and it says invalid pasta option. That's working great. Okay guys, that looks like all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and hit like if you did, subscribe, and don't forget to have an awesome day. Alright guys, thanks a lot. See you later.